Okay, here's a little different test today using the GoPro Mission 1 with my Starlink Mini, which is glued to the back of the car right now, and using the Speedify app. I've been having a hell of a time keeping the connection going. Interrupted lately, so I thought, well, I did a little digging on the internet and came up with Speedify as a possible solution. Right now I'm using the free plan, which is 2 gigabytes, so I'm going to blow through that in a heartbeat, most likely, probably, just doing this test, but it'll give me a good idea of how it's working, or how it worked. But anyway, you're along for the ride, so you get to check it out too. So we're live in upstate New York. It's raining. It's what it does here. And this is normal weather, of course. It's a little bit of sunshine trying to peek out. So technically lake effect rain showers that we're getting. So in a few more months, this will be lake effect snow showers we'll be getting up here. But I'll be in Florida, so anyway, yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here before that starts. But let's see how it works out. I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut. I was trying to keep the windshield wipers off. It's pretty much stopped raining. It's awful cloudy. It's low clouds, but you can see some blue sky through the cracks, and there's an occasional rain shower that blows off of Lake Ontario. So we'll probably get a little rain here and there, but hey, you know what? It's just a test. It's actually better to see what it'll do during weather, or rain, snow. That's really when you're going to end up, most people will end up using it. It's not one that's going to be a sunny, beautiful day, so it's a good test parameter, so we like that kind of thing. Lakeshore Road. It's on the southwest edge of Oneida Lake, which is not too far from Lake Ontario. We're actually not too far from Canada. And I think the weather's actually better up there right now, but anyhow, let's skip the weather talk, and we'll just see how this works out. I've got the Speedify app. I'm using it on my iPhone. So again, it's the free. They give you 2 gigs. You have to kind of dig through the initial setup, where it almost makes it look like you only can buy into the Speedify, but there is a free tier. So in there, you can use it. Just if you do upload it to an iPhone, I'm not certain what it looks like on Android, but on an iPhone, give it a few minutes, and of course you'll be into the free tier, and you can burn up those 2 gigs, see how you like it. But it's basically a VPN, and if you guys that wants it, say you watch porn or anything like that, or you know, use Netflix while you're on vacation in Bahamas, I don't really think it's good for that, but I'm not certain. There seem to be some caveats as far as streaming was concerned with various sites, but a lot of guys out there that like to think with their dicks. I get it. I was one of those dudes at one point, you know, many years ago. And I don't even think I dug into it like guys are now. So we've got a lot of guys who are just led around by their own wee-wee, and you know who you are if you're listening. You know who you are. So don't let that be you. Do shit like this. Drive around with Starlink minis in your car, making random YouTube videos. Probably 2 people will watch, and you know, that's more fun. But anyway, we're down on a road called Beach Road. It's actually where I grew up. I'm doing the Marvelous Mystery Tour down here. Just like to drive down and only walked this road a billion times, and now I'm driving it since I've been home. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it's fun to drive down the street. Just kind of, your mind wanders, but it is on the southwestern corner of Oneida Lake. Road does flood in the spring. It's pretty much consistently been flooding as long as I've been alive. It's kind of a bummer. Just past my old house. And anyway, should be a good test for the Starlink. We're constantly changing our cardinal direction, so Starlink has to keep up with that. And I don't necessarily know exactly how it works. Orientation concerned. I think once you lock onto a satellite, until it hands off to the next, it's pretty much a solid connection. But Speedify is in there for when we get, it's millisecond dropout, where Speedify will take the handoff as opposed to nothing taking the handoff for those few milliseconds. But it'll cause an interruption, cause latency in the video. But we'll see. When I get back, I'll get to review the video and see what happened where. I'll have a better estimation of what was going on. But I'm excited to work. Probably do the pay-for tier with Speedify if it works. I love those signs. I wonder if they've got cameras in them. Which, by the way, all you guys with this flock camera bullshit, come on, really? You got something better to worry about? There's cameras everywhere. I probably passed 1 million Ring door cameras right now, and those are, if needed, they will be used against you in a court of law. So don't think that you're somehow preventing the next great tragedy by. It's a surveillance state we live in. It's nothing like England or Great Britain. So we're pretty much still somewhat unshackled here, but not by a lot. So anyway, choose your battles wisely, but screw that flock camera bullshit. Alright? There's cameras everywhere. It could be used against me, but need be. You never know. You just don't know. You use tech, you surrender your rights. That tech being automobiles, being cell phones, smart watches. Oh yeah, you guys with the smart watches, you realize that Flock does tag your data there. And I was just on an interesting site, which I forgot the freaking name of it. Oh God, I'll have to go home and go through my search history. It was pretty cool, because all I did was type in my primary email address, which I've got like 10 of them, but I threw one in there, and it's amazing what kind of information is scraped from the internet just from your email address. Okay, I'll just leave that alone. So probably a few of you right now are looking around the room saying, what, huh? So anyhow, yeah, and I'm consistently surprised at the number of people that just seem a little blissfully unaware of what's being used against you. So don't, again, back to the flock cameras, don't worry about that shit. You're pretty much, you're on the grid, you have been. You're just, you're not aware of it at the moment. So let's see how this works. I'm trying to stay down like partially across the center line. I know we're going to have some driving Nazis that see that and say, yo, what are you doing? You're driving drunk? It's like, no, I'm just trying to avoid all the cracks and crevices in the road here. This road is unbelievably tore up. This is, you know, infrastructure Rat Bay Road that I'm on. Presently in a west-northwest heading or direction. Just wrapping around the lake over towards Brewerton, New York. The bustling metropolis of Brewerton. You guys are going to love it there. It's the Cancun of upstate New York. Well, not really. But off to the right is Oneida Shores Park. It's a beach on Oneida Lake. It's not a beach, but it's, one where they truck the sand in, grade it. And it's never open because of the E. coli. Summertime. And of course, days like this. Summer's pretty much tanked. So we're over with summer up here in New York. And that's traditionally right after the New York State Fair, it seems to. You get a couple of cold snaps, and then, of course, it blows into full-blown winter for a weekend or two, and then it'll come back to Indian summer, where it goes up into the 80s, and it's beautiful for a week or a week and a half. And then it just bounces around. It just blows your mind how the weather can go one extreme to the next up here. And the way the weather is now, I think we've extremes. So let's just hold that thought. And it's another thing this camera is good for, is those roving there. They that kind of stuff. I would think that the Starlink, along with the Speedify, should work pretty damn good. Although I am not getting anything from Speedify. I am, however, a Starlink do make, well, it used to be a free month. Now it still is, but you can also get cash. Subscriber, which I think you're nuts if you don't. It'll soon be cell phones. The internet is cheaper than anything I've ever had in Florida, which I've had Xfinity and Spectrum down there. Blows the price out of the water for just straight internet. I never really watched cable. You know what I watched is local TV. I would watch local news. That was it. That was it. And I still do that now, basically, with Vizio, or, yeah, it's there. It's, but for the savings, the cost savings, I found it 1,000 times better. So anyhow, if you do want to go for it and check it out, use my link. You can also do exactly what I'm doing. If you talk to a friend or a neighbor and you talk them into getting a mini, or just getting the residential service, which I have both. Residential in Florida, and I have the mini in my car. It's stuck to the back window, little suction cup gadget. And I roam around with it. It's not always needed. I don't always have it on, but when I do need it, it comes in handy. I love it. Once in a while I get up into the Adirondacks. It works like magic up there. I'm not so great with the camera, but streaming is pretty labor intensive as far as the internet's concerned. So anyway, with Speedify I should be eliminating that problem, but we'll see how it works. Probably getting danger close to, I'm sure by the time I get to where I'm going, I'll have roasted the 2 gigs, but let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. Alright, fuel's going up, guys. Diesel, $5.54. Unleaded, $4.19. This is New York. I know up in Florida, it's in the high 3s. place to grow up in. Let's do a stop. We don't want to do the California rolling stop for all of you West Coasters out there. Used to love to do that. Just roll through the stop signs, but now I use it for full regen. By the way, if you want to get a Tesla, I can get you some serious cash off on that. So yeah, I had to throw that in there, didn't I? But there's a bridge construction site up ahead now. Snow shower or lake effect rain shower, snow shower. You can see where my head's at. Right now it is 66 degrees up here, so I am kind of bundled up. I was loving the weather up until today, but I'm just going to duck out here quickly. One-lane bridge action up here. This is the old Route 11 Brewerton Bridge, which is now gone. It would have been directly in front of us. They've got a single-lane bridge off to the left here. You can see the cars coming down. We'll get the light and go over that in a minute. But this is the bustling metropolis, or the south side of Brewerton, and the Oneida River is just up ahead on the other side of that crane. Really wish I could have the music on, but YouTube doesn't like that. So we don't want to play around with the music at the moment. Normally I'm listening to my 80s jams, but not right now. And it's amazing. That was an old trestle bridge, and it is completely gone. They cut that sucker to 1,000 pieces, and they actually did it pretty quick. So these guys must be getting paid for speed, because I can tell you one thing. They're moving. They're getting this thing done. I think they want to get it done before it snows. So, electric vehicle, what was that all about? It was a Prius. It wasn't fully electric. Well, yeah, they are, aren't they? I'm not sure. Anybody know about Priuses? I don't know what the deal second, and the other, it's just doing nothing. Blue sky up there. That is the first time I've seen that since I started driving. Well, the house, but anyhow, if you get the Starlink